So today I'm sharing a massive thrift haul with all of you. I've been wanting to do more thrift hauls on my channel, but I'm really bad at filming them, especially if I don't have a lot of clothes, because I kind of started my channel as a fashion channel and I still feel like I have to do fashion, even though a lot of you are interested in the home side of my channel, and that's kind of what I've been morphing into. A lot of this is going to be home decor, glassware, things like that. There are clothes, but the majority of what I found has been decorations, and I'm looking at all of my things over here on the table. The bed, not the table. The majority of what I found has just been plates and cups and decorations and storage things and fabric and you name it, I found it. I have been putting aside all of my thrifted and secondhand finds for the last month, maybe a little bit longer, and this is going to include just a couple of online finds, vintage that I found online or that I bought from a friend, a few things that I'm in some thrifty groups, and so there will be some online finds as well as in-store items. I will specify if I found something online and where I found it so that all of you can find fun things too, but this is just going to be a relaxed little thrift estate, eBay, Etsy, Facebook group thrift haul, and I hope that you all enjoy it. So because it is kind of the smallest category of things that I found, I'm going to start with books. First of all, I will start with the estate sale that I went to. I found this really cute 1940s children's book called My Father's Dragon, and it is a little adventure book. I really liked all of the illustrations in this. It's really, really cute. It is from, I want to say 1947, 1948, and I got it, I think this was $4 at an estate sale, but I'm always looking for fun children's books that I haven't heard of before, and this is something I have never heard of before, so I'm really happy to have picked it up. The second book that I'm going to show you, I actually got online in a thrifty vintage group that I'm part of, and I'm going to look at the date before I show it to you. This is dated in the front 1921. It was a gift to someone. So this is called Campfires and Guideposts by Henry Van Dyke. It's dated 1920, and I literally just bought it because it was pretty. I like old books that have nice covers, and I have no idea what it's about, but it does have some old photos in it, which I find really fascinating. Some 1920s photos. So I will have to look through it and kind of discern what it's about, but I just thought the cover was really pretty. It's in excellent condition. I think that I got this for $5 plus the shipping, so I think total it was like $7.27 for an antique book, which is a really good price. I'm really, really happy with it. And speaking of that same group that I'm part of, I got Betty, ooh, don't fall! No! There we go. Betty Crocker's Hostess Cookbook. These are things that I collect. I have quite a few different Betty Crocker cookbooks, and I really need to get back to cooking. 1950s, 1960s cooking, because I have so many cookbooks. This one I believe is from the 60s, 1967, but it's really, really cute. It has lots of cute little illustrations and some recipes that I would really like to try. Just look at how pretty the photos are. I love it. I love old cookbooks. If you want me to do some sort of fun little series out of this, I have another one to show you that I also got that is Betty Crocker, but I love old cookbooks, so it's really, really fun. And then again from the same group, I got House Beautiful, which I think this is from 1950. I've been saving this, 1955, and it is kind of just a home decor magazine. I've been saving this to look through with all of you, so if you want me to go through this, maybe do like a top down with my reaction in the corner, something like that, I will figure it out, because I love old magazines. I love looking through them. Some of the ads in here are really, really fun. Oh, look at her dress. I will have to show you that in the close-up, but I just love old magazines, old books. So if you want me to look through this with all of you so you can get some 1950s home decor, there's a pink fridge in this. Oh, I want it. I want the pink fridge. So then while I was out and about thrifting, I also found Betty Crocker's New Good and Easy cookbook for $2.99. This one is from 1962. Again, I really like Betty Crocker's cookbook, so I just thought it was fun. I picked it up. I love the illustrations in these. I've already found something that I think I'm going to try to make. It's called Sunday Morning Sausage Ring, and it's got something in the middle. Sausage, it's got buttered mashed squash in the middle. So anyway, if you would like me to, no, that's like, I don't know what that is in the middle, but if you would like me to make that recipe, you know what to do. That was $2.99. And then I got one of my favorite things probably in this thrift haul. It's like my top 5 favorite things that I got. This, my best friend and I went to an antique store that I've never been to, and I saw this and immediately grabbed it. Because if you are a 90s kid, you probably grew up on the Muppets. And this is the Muppet Picnic Cookbook, and I have plans to make a video out of this because it's so fun. It's, oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing ever, and my best friend actually ended up buying it for me for my birthday. Originally it was $5. I love it. It's so fun. It's got all the Muppets on every page, and like, let me know if you are a 90s nostalgia person. I'm not really, but I grew up on the Muppets. The Muppets were like the ultimate thing that we always watched. Next, I think I'm going to knock out like the largest category of things I got, which is kitchenware, dishware, things like that. Because I got a lot. Y'all, I got so much. I think I'm going to show you the thing that I got for someone else first. So for those of you who don't know, Lacey Faye and I have been friends for a very, very long time. If you are not aware of her channel, go subscribe immediately. She's the sweetest human that I've ever met. I haven't actually met her in real life, but I feel like we've known each other forever because we met when she first started a blog and she came into the vintage community, and that was a long time ago. I have known her for years. I adore her. We are both thrifty. We both love vintage. We just clicked and we've been friends forever. So whenever I'm out thrifting, I always look for things that I think Lacey would like. And I found this beautiful set of cups and plates that are by Harmony House Fine China, made in Japan, Carousel. I don't know, but they are 1950s plates, and while I was very tempted to keep these for myself, they are not really my style, and I immediately thought of Lacey because they are so her. It's ridiculous. They are very atomic. The pattern is, oh, it's so cute. So these were $1.49 each, and there are 6 cups and 4 plates, so it was around $17 for all of them. Not bad for a set of 50s dishes. They are so cute. I cannot wait to send these to her. I've been waiting just to do the thrift haul so that I could show all of you before I sent them to her, but they are darling. I'm so glad I found them, and I'm really excited to send them to her. I'm gonna save the most exciting dishes for last, but let's move on to kind of kitchenware. First, I found this little like tin bowl that has strawberries and apples and cherries on it. Of course it has strawberries on it, so I had to get it. It was $1.99. And I also found this, which did not have a price on it, and I think they gave it to me for free. I bought both of these for outdoor picnics because one's tin, the other's plastic. The floral bowl is so pretty. I just think they will work really nicely for like kind of cottagecore picnics. Next up, this is something that my kids really wanted. It is these 2 little ice cream bowls with polka dots on them. I think somebody probably just painted them this way. They were $1.49 each. And of course we will absolutely use these. I bet we could probably make more if I can find more little containers like this. Then I found this adorable little mug. Again, 90s nostalgia. Although this is Beatrix Potter, and I think this was actually like a 1980s thing. This little cup has Peter Rabbit and Friends printed at the front, and then it's got a bunch of little Beatrix Potter mice on it, and it's a little plastic cup. It was $1.29. It just appeals to my nostalgic cottagecore heart. Next, I got a tin, which might not be that exciting to most of you, but I am always looking for vintage tins to store things like flour and sugar and popcorn and coffee and whatever in, and I really, really liked this one. I don't remember how much it was, but I've actually already filled it. It has all of my brown sugar in it. I know you couldn't see that, but I just thought it was kind of cute. It reminds me of my grandma's house. She always had tins full of food. And yeah, I like these versus like the modern plastic bins. I think this is much nicer to use. Then I didn't actually intend to get these because I have a lot of strawberry mugs, but I found not one, not two, but 3 strawberry mugs. They each have a different kind of strawberry on them. There is the Knights Elton strawberry, there is the Virginia Meadow strawberry, and the Royal Sovereign strawberry, and they're all slightly different. I was going to put them back, and then I didn't. I don't remember how much this was. I want to say though that they were probably about 50 cents each. And then I don't really know whether to categorize this as decoration or kitchenware, but like it is another tin. It's a cookie tin for sugar cookies, and this is probably from the 90s. But the thing that I liked the most about it, not only is it pretty and Christmassy, but it actually it plays a song. Okay, so the most exciting dishware that I found, I already have the teapot that matches this set. I've had this teapot for quite a while, and when we got a wood stove, I decided to just plop it onto the wood stove because it's a metal teapot. There's no chance of it melting or catching on fire or anything like that, and it helps to humidify the air if you constantly have a boiling teapot on the fireplace. So I've always loved it. I think it's so cute. It's a farm print, and I found, this is not even all of it. I found an entire set of the dishes. First of all, I found a set of 10 dishes, and this was, I believe, $5 for the 10 dishes. There are 5 little plates that have a little farmer and a cow on them, and a little, I want to say it's a peach tree, and then of course all the little flowers. And then there are 5 of the large plates, and these have little houses and a little farmer lady and some geese and a horse and a chicken and a cow and pigs, and they're so cute. They're so cute. They're so cottagecore. They're so just, I know they're very highly sought after right now as well, so it was really exciting to find those. But then as we kept going down the aisles, we found a little mug with a teapot, and I don't use mugs like this very often. I will use this for my coffee in the morning. I don't use teacups often, but I will use coffee mugs often. This was $2.99. Unfortunately, it was not with the rest of the set, so we found that. And then we walked down some more aisles of the creamer and the sugar bowl, which again I will use. I will actively use these for my coffee. The sugar bowl has a lady and a little black sheep on it, and the creamer has the man and the cow on it. These were not priced. Okay, I'm gonna guess, I think these were like $1.99 together. I don't 100% remember. And then it just keeps going. We went down another aisle and found the salt and pepper shakers. So they just have the little houses, and this is $2.99. Maybe the set of the creamer and that was also $2.99. But so I got all of it. There were also some clear glasses that had the little prints of this on them, but I did not get those because they were individually priced at like $2.49 each, and I just so that is it for dishware. Now I'm going to move on to decorations, and then we'll get into the fabric, and then we'll get into the clothes and the accessories. So for decorations, I'm going to go with the one thing that I got online, and it is these little Siamese kitties. They're so cute. They're actually salt and pepper shakers, but I collect salt and pepper shakers. I have lots of little animal ones. I love the little animal ones. They're like, that's the kind that I generally collect. I just think they're so cute. But I got these from the same thrift group as the Betty Crocker Hostess cookbook and a few of the other things. I think that I paid around $12 shipped for these. I don't 100% remember, but I love them. They're very, very cute. Next up are these very sweet vases, which I found. They were each priced at $6.99. However, it was half off day. So was it half off or was it? No, this was 75% off day. So they were like $1.75 each, which is a great price. They are, I believe, from the 50s or the 60s maybe. They're little yellow vases. And I think this one looks very sassy. It reminds me of, you know, like Beauty and the Beast and all of the sentient things in Beauty and the Beast. So I really like these. I think they're very pretty. Next, in the vase category, I found this really, really beautiful, this is a very heavy vase. It's got roses. Do you call it engraved? Whatever. It's got roses engraved or embossed or whatever you call it. This, again, I think is probably from the 50s. It was $3.99. I just think it's so beautiful. This will look so pretty with some wildflowers in it. So that in the decoration is something for somebody else. It is a really, really cute little pink shoe. This is not vintage, but it's made to look vintage. And this is from my friend Kathleen because she collects little shoes like this. I couldn't pass it up. It's so sweet, and it was $1.99, and like it's a perfect little gift. Okay, next I got a little mouse. This is a salt and pepper shaker, and I don't know how old it is, but it's very, very cute. And like I said, I kind of collect animal salt and pepper shakers, so I couldn't leave him. We're almost done with the decor, and then we're gonna get into the soft items. This is maybe one of my other favorite things. It's a little chalkware, like apples and cherries thing that I'm going to put in my kitchen. This says Ceramics by Jackie on the back, and it was 49 cents. And I really want to have just a whole wall of fruit, so this is actually pretty perfect for my kitchen. So probably this is my other top 5 favorite things in this thrift haul, is maybe also the most valuable thing that I found. And it is a Lane & Co. Siamese cat TV lamp from the 50s. I did not know what this was. It was $5. I just saw it and I was just like, it's cats and I need that. So I grabbed her and I brought her home, and I noticed that she has this little empty space back here, and I didn't really know what it was for. And then I texted Lacey and I said, look what I found, it's so cute. And she said, oh my gosh, that's a TV lamp. And she's been looking for this one. So now I know what it is. These range from like $200 to $250 online. Oh, hello. Okay, we have some temporary lighting. I don't remember what I was saying because my ring light ran out of juice. These range from like $200 to $250 online. They are very expensive when they are refurbished. And I found one for $5. So that's probably the find that I'm maybe the most proud of, because these are apparently very hard to find. I am absolutely going to refurbish her. And yeah, it's so cute, and I'm really, really happy to have found it. Moving right along, I got some sewing things, some very random sewing things. When I'm out looking for sewing items, I don't really have an ideal thing that I want to find in mind. I just look, and if it presents itself to me, I will get it. So first of all, I found this very cute 70s pattern for shirts. It's a size 16 to 18, which I believe is like up to a 40 bust. So that's really, really nice. And I really like this, especially this style of shirt over here on the right with the ruffle. They're very, very cute, very cottagecore. So I thought that would be a nice thing to have on hand. And then I found a very cute like 1960s or maybe 50s. I don't know. It's not printed on the back. But again, a very, very cute vintage pattern. And then this is probably my favorite thing that I found, and this is very much not my size. It is a 1950s dress and blouse pattern, and it's just a really cute little simple pattern. It's a size 16, which a size 16 in this era is approximately like a size 8 now. So it is too small for me, but I might try and make it work for something because it is so cute, or I might send it to somebody who would use it and enjoy it. And I think all of those patterns were like 10 cents each probably. And then I got a whole bunch of fabric. I'll show you my favorite one. First, I found this absolutely extreme cottagecore seed packet fabric. There's enough here to definitely make a skirt or a pinafore, potentially a dress, although this is not the nicest feeling fabric. It's like supposed to be a tablecloth, I think. It doesn't feel great, but it would work for a pinafore. It's so cute. I had to have it, and all of the fabric at this particular thrift store, I believe they charge you like 10 cents per piece of fabric, either that or 50 cents, I don't remember. So it was not very expensive. And then I found the most cute kitty fabric ever. This is for my daughter. She loves cats like I do, so I figured I could make her something cat out of it. It's enough to at least make her a skirt or a little dress like a pinafore, which she's been asking for. And again, probably like 50 cents. I found quite a few. At this particular thrift store, they just have everything loose in a box and you kind of pick through it. So I found some little 80s bears. Again, I'll probably make my daughter some sort of pinafore. And then I found some solid blue, I think this is cotton sateen, it's very shiny. I found this very cute like textured cotton, very floral, very summery. I really just buy whatever appeals to me. I'll find a project later. I found another cute little kid fabric. This is a little cowboy on his rocking horse, or maybe he's a farmer. Little farmer on his rocking horse. This is corduroy. And then I found these two different rose prints. One of them was green with blue roses and one of them was white with red roses. They're very pretty. There's not a lot of them, so they might end up in a quilt or something, but we'll see. And then probably my favorite find from this particular thrift store is this plaid fabric. I haven't even looked to see how much of it is, but I think there's enough for something decent. It unfolds quite a bit. It's very lightweight, and I bet you like there's probably about 4 yards of this, so I could probably make a dress out of this if I wanted to. At another thrift store that I don't go to that often because they're kind of expensive, I found individually priced of the same vintage fabric. It's green striped with purple flowers and green apples, and I found about 8 yards of it for like $16. So it's like about $2 a yard. And I think I'm going to make my daughters some matching dresses out of this because it is really, really, really cute. But now we're going to get into clothes. I will do accessories first, and I will go with the most useless thing I got, which is this it is very, very cute. Maybe I'll use it some other time, but it is this hat that says Hello Sunshine. This, let me see if I can find the tag that was on it. I think this was $4.99. I got it to take to Hawaii just in case it was sunny, and it was not sunny. If you don't know, we went there for my brother-in-law's wedding. I was involved in doing the bride's hair, and my oldest son was in the wedding. So I got this because, you know, sun protection, and it could fold up in my suitcase, which my vintage hats cannot. But I didn't end up using it at all, so maybe I will use it in the summer. It is really cute. It's very like modern trendy hat, but it's fine. And then I found a bunch of little brooches. I always look for brooches. I might end up selling these on my vintage website. I don't know. I haven't delved into accessories yet, but I got this flower one, which was $4.99. These were not great prices, by the way. Usually I only like to spend up to like $2 on accessories, but I was in a mood. I was stressed and retail therapy shopping, so I found this wreath for $5.99. Also, this thrift store that I got them at is not my favorite one because they overprice everything. I got a big old flower for $4.99. And then I got this, I don't really know what this is supposed to be, but it was interesting, so I bought it. and it was $5.99. And then at Goodwill, I thrifted some sandals again for Hawaii because I did not have any. I wanted some slip-on shoes, and unfortunately these ended up giving me really, really bad blisters on the back of my ankles. So maybe don't thrift sandals 3 days before you have to go to Hawaii. And then from the group that I've been mentioning a few times here and there, I got this incredible vintage purse with a big butterfly on it. This is very similar to a certain brand. I don't remember the name of it. But it is a little black purse with a butterfly on it. I have a few of these that my aunt from the 60s. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I really like that. I want that for my collection. The bid price, the starting bid price was $5 and nobody else bid on it. So I got it for $5 plus shipping, and I think it was around $12 to $14 shipped. So a really good price for a very cute vintage purse. That reminds me of my great aunt. Okay, now we're moving on to clothes, which I know most of you are probably most interested in. First of all, does this qualify as clothes? I don't actually know, but it is this little apron, and I got it for my daughters because they really like to cook with me, and it was $2.49, and I just thought it was so cute. It's so little. I also don't have a lot to say about this. This was 99 cents. And I'm gonna say it's a 60s slip. It is a size 42 from Sears. And I wear a lot of slips under my vintage dresses, so this is very useful to have. And like I said, it was from this store where everything's 99 cents, so like super, super useful. So next are actually two items that were sent to me because this very, very sweet follower on Instagram runs a vintage shop catering specifically to plus sizes, and I am sharing them here because it seemed like the right thing, like the right fit. She's not sponsoring me. She didn't ask me to do this or anything. She just wanted to send me some so that I could take pictures for Instagram, but I thought I would share them here. And because a lot of you asked me where to shop for plus size vintage, I would highly recommend go checking out her shop. I did so. She has very cute things. They are, of course, slower to be stocked because it is harder to find plus size vintage, but if you want to follow somebody on Instagram and follow her shop, it is salem.vintage. Go check her out. She sent me these two very, very pretty things that I was able to pick from her shop. The first is this darling 80s skirt in the bright florals, which I absolutely love. I am so into florals right now. I've always been into florals. Who am I kidding? I cannot wait to style this. I've actually been kind of like waiting for the perfect sunny day because it's been so rainy. I love it. I'm waiting for the perfect weather so that I can shoot some really pretty photos wearing this. The other thing that she sent is, whoops, an 80s dress, and it's so like 80s does 40s cottagecore. I cannot wait to style this, and it has pockets. I love it. I'm really, really excited to wear these. Thank you so much, Salem Vintage, for sending these. But yes, if you want to check out like a plus size secondhand store, and she caters solely to plus size vintage, go check out Salem Vintage. Next, some actual thrifted items. First up is this very, very cute little 70s dress, which actually I don't think it's technically supposed to be plus size, but the elastic blew out in the waist, and so it's fine. It's very stretchy. It's very like size inclusive. This was $5.99. I really just liked the hem. I might play around with the fit a little bit, maybe reinforce some of the seams, maybe replace the elastic, but the hem is where it's at. Then, this is maybe a little boring, but I got this shirt for Hawaii because I do not really have a lot of tops that can be worn with shorts. I also got a pair of shorts, which I guess I'm not going to show, but they're just some basic, like, very modern looking high-waisted shorts. I don't remember how much this was. I want to say it was in the family of like $3. That's just a cute little basic like tropical print blouse. This is actually from Old Navy, and it was really comfortable to wear. I do have a clip wearing the whole outfit, which I will insert right here. It was really comfortable, casual. I don't do that very often, but I probably will more as I get older because why not? Next up, I got, I guess my tip for if you're looking for plus size vintage, look for 80s, 70s, and 80s. You will be more likely to find plus size. This one is a very, very cute little floral 80s dress in like a sweatshirt material. It's really comfortable. It came with a belt. I don't remember if the belt fits me or not, but the dress does, and it was $5.99. Then I found yet another 1980s dress, and this is the brand Paquette 2, and this was $11.49. This is size 12 in 80s, so I am generally a size 12 to 14. I said that wrong. I am generally a size 12 to 14 in dresses, and this is a size 16, so if you're looking for 80s vintage, keep that in mind. You usually just are a size up in the 80s that you are modern day. And then last from, these are all from the same thrift trip. Last up is this red dress. I put a little thrift haul of all of these on TikTok, and everybody loved this dress. And I have a confession to make, which I will tell you in a second, but I thought it was really pretty. It's very feminine. I'm always looking for things that are kind of like flowy, feminine, cottagecore. I do like the more structured vintage look, but kind of the older I get and the more that I work around the house, the more I just want something that's flowy. So I grabbed this. These thrift stores do not have fitting rooms, so you just have to guess, and it's marked as a size large. So I was hoping that it might fit me because sometimes a size large does. I measured the waist against myself, and the waist was great. But when I got it home, I realized it was not made to fit my chest. So it does zip, but it also gives me pancake boobs. And it's comfortable enough that I don't mind too much. But this was $3.99. And it's just pretty. And I liked it, so I got it. Then I'm going to go on to my online purchases. So, first of all, let's start with ThredUp. This is not sponsored, although I wish they would. But first of all, I found this really, really pretty, like peach Shakti dress. I think both of these were like around the $20 price range. And this is a size 14, so it should have fit me. But as soon as I got it, the zipper broke, so I replaced the zipper, and now it gives me really, really flat chest. Which honestly, I don't know if I mind too much. I might look into the seams and see if I can let them out in the chest area. I don't think that I can. I don't think I can because there's not really enough room, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. And then from Shakti, I also got this. I can find the top of it. This dress is so flowy, it's really hard to find the top. This one, which this is where I don't like ThredUp, is that their measurements are really confusing. This is a size 16 from ASOS. So this is so pretty. I love this. I love how flowy it is. I love the colors. Everything about it is really beautiful. No, this is a size 14. It's so confusing because that size 14, even before I replaced the zipper, it flattened my chest out. And this size 14 is like way too big in the top, and I had to alter it. So sizing is hard. And the one big thing that I don't like about ThredUp is that their measurements are so confusing because they say they measure entirely around the chest, right? But both of these had a chest measurement of like 23, which makes no sense if it was flat, and it makes no sense if it was all the way around. So I don't know how they measure their garments, but I just go by size rather than measurements because it doesn't make sense. And we've come to the last thing that I have gotten secondhand in this year, I will just say, because the rest of the stuff was in the last month or two. But this I actually bought, I think, in January, and I sent it away because I was going to have a friend tailor it, and then she was a little too afraid to actually get into tailoring it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now. But I say I will go. I got this secondhand from a friend who got it on eBay, but it is not necessarily a second-hand price. It was $250, but this is something that when you see it, you will know I had to have it. I have never spent so much on a dress in my life, and I probably never will again. And I will spend a little more money to get it tailored because it is the strawberry dress. I cannot even express how incredible this dress is. When I got my hands on it, I want to die. It's so pretty. I might end up just clipping it. I don't I don't know what I'm going to do. The top is too big for me and I'm really afraid to tailor it myself. So I will probably just find a tailor who can take this on for me, because I think it'll be very well worth it to get it tailored to my body. It is so pretty. I am so happy that I finally got a chance to buy the strawberry dress. I bought this with my Instagram payouts. If you don't know, I do make a little bit of money off of Instagram Reels, and I had been saving all that aside, and then my friend told me that she had this dress and I got first dibs, and I said, give it to me now, please. So that is the last secondhand item that I have found. That is it for this video. That is everything that I have gotten secondhand in the last few months. I don't actually know the timeline of when I got most of this. I've just been kind of saving it in a pile, and it's become a disaster, and it was time to film a thrift haul. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like to see more thrift hauls from me, let me know down below. If you would like to support this channel in more ways than just liking and subscribing and commenting, all of which are very valid ways to support my channel, you can go down and check out my Ko-Fi link where you can tip me for the work that I do here on this channel. I always really appreciate any and all support. I appreciate all of the comments. I know I haven't been responding as much lately because I have been incredibly busy and very focused on writing a novel. If you want to know how the novel stuff is going, let me know. Those videos don't do as well with the algorithm, but you know what? I figure if you guys want to see them, I will film them anyway. But yeah, that is it. I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved. And until I see you again, have a beautiful day, and thank you for watching. Bye!